Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. It's biology class and chapter number 9 of class 9. Unit name is transport. Today's topic is about pulse, blood vessels and myocardial infarction. First we will discuss about pulse. That what is pulse? Heart rate can be measured by feeling the pulse, and a pulse is a series of expansion waves in an artery which is caused by the contraction of the left ventricle. When the ventricle contracts, blood rushes through the arteries. The elastic walls of arteries expand. The arteries in wrist are close to the surface. Therefore, pulse can be felt easily. Pulse rate is an easy way to understand the condition of the heart. Now we will discuss about blood vessels. As we know that vessels, it means that we are talking about arteries, we are talking about veins, we are talking about capillaries. Now blood moves from heart to whole body and from whole body to the heart through a specialized system of vessels. And we are having three types of blood vessels: arteries, veins and capillaries. So all the circulation take place through a specialized system of vessels, which is arteries, veins and capillaries. They are of three types of blood vessels. Now we will discuss one by one. Now you can see from heart to the whole body. So arteries carries blood from heart to the whole body of the person. Capillaries contain both type of blood. It means that having oxygenated blood, having deoxygenated blood. Arteries, they will be distributed into arterioles and they will form venules. From venules they will form veins. And then deoxygenated blood, it will go towards the heart. So veins carry blood towards the heart and arteries carries blood away from the heart. And capillaries, they contain both type of blood. Arteries. The vessels which carry blood away from the heart towards organs are called arteries, except pulmonary artery. All the arteries carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary arteries, which carries deoxygenated blood to lungs. The walls of an artery are made up of three layers: outer elastic layer, middle thick layer and inner endothelium. Outer elastic layer allows the artery to expand and withstand the pressure of the blood. Middle thick layer is made up of smooth muscles and elastic fibers. Inner endothelium is comparatively thinner layer. The hollow internal cavity in which the blood flows is called lumen. Now these are the walls of the arteries. So middle thick layer, outer elastic layer, it allows the artery to expand and withstand the pressure of the blood. Middle thick layer, it is made up of smooth and elastic fibers. And inner endothelium, which is comparatively thinner layer. Now what is lumen? Hollow internal cavity in which blood flows is called lumen. Aorta. What is aorta now? Aorta, it is the largest artery of the body which arises from the left ventricle. Many arteries arises from aorta. Arteries enter organs and divide into small branches called arterioles. Arterioles enter tissues and break up into capillaries. Now, what are capillaries? Okay, now this one is artery. Now it will be distributed. Arteries enter organs and divided into smaller branches which are known as arterioles. So these are arterioles. Arterioles enter tissues and break up into capillaries. Have a look here. Arterioles, they enter tissues and break up into capillaries. So these are capillaries which contains both type of blood. Now they will combine and they form venules, and then from venule they will form a single vein which carry blood towards the heart. Okay, capillaries, they are smallest blood vessels. Walls are formed of single layer called endothelium. Capillaries are the smallest blood vessels. Their walls are formed of single layer of cells called endothelium. This layer is so thin and permeable that water, nutrients and gases can pass through it to enter the tissue fluid. For example, carbon dioxide and other waste can diffuse it from tissue fluid into the blood. And the network of capillaries is so extensive that each of body cells lies close to a capillary. In tissues, capillaries unite to form small veins called what? Called venules. The venules unite to form veins. Artery. Now they will be distributed into many arterioles. Then here capillaries will formed. Then in tissues, capillaries unite to form small veins called venules, and the venule unite to form veins, a single vein which carry blood towards the heart. Now veins contain deoxygenated blood and it will carry blood from organs to the heart. Deoxygenated blood from organ to the heart except pulmonary vein, which carry oxygenated blood from lungs. Walls of the veins are composed of same 3 layers, but middle layer is thinner. They are less elastic as they do not have to bear pressure. Veins also have valves which allow the flow of blood in one direction, that is toward heart, and prevent backward flow of blood. The largest vein in the body are called vena cava. Now these are valves. What is the function of valves? Now valves, they will open. They prevent backward flow of blood. Valves having a function which prevent backward flow of blood. So why vein contains valves? Because valves contain backward flow of blood because of opening and closing. Now veins, the largest veins in the body are called vena cava. So vena cava brings deoxygenated, superior vena cava brings deoxygenated blood from head and upper region of the body, and inferior vena cava brings blood from lower parts of the body to the heart. As you can see in this diagram, superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. Now what is the function of superior vena cava? Superior vena cava brings deoxygenated blood from head and upper region of the body, and inferior vena cava brings blood from lower parts of the body towards the heart. Now next one topic is about myocardial infarction. Myocardial infarction occurs when coronary artery or its arteriole has some blockage. The term myocardial infarction is derived from myocardium, and myocardium means heart muscles and infarction means tissue's death. Now myocardial infarction occurs when coronary artery or its arteriole has some blockage, which is known as atherosclerosis, and blood cannot reach heart muscle. So the part of heart muscles cannot get the required oxygen and die. Now it has following symptoms, for example chest pain, for example pain in left arm, and it may also move to lower jaw, neck, right arm and back. So chest pain is the most common symptom of myocardial infarction, in which patient feel tightness, pressure or squeezing in the chest. The symptom of chest pain due to lack of oxygen supply to the heart muscle is called angina pectoris. Pain radiates most often to the left arm, and it may also move to lower jaw, neck, right arm and the back. Myocardial infarction can be prevented by maintaining a healthy weight with a healthy diet. Avoiding smoking and exercising regularly. The condition that led to myocardial infarction, for example high blood pressure, high cholesterol level, diabetes, should be controlled. Now silent heart attack without any symptom of chest pain. So sometimes heart attack occurs without symptoms of chest pain, and it is called silent heart attack. It is more common in the elderly and in patients with diabetes. Now we can see that myocardial infarction occurs when coronary artery, when these are called coronary arteries, and it will happen when coronary artery or its arteriole has some blockage and blood cannot reach heart muscle. So the part of the heart muscle cannot get the required oxygen and it will become die. Now what is it treatment? Immediate treatment is oxygen supply, aspirin, sublingual tablet, glycerol trinitrate. For treating myocardial infarction, the blockage artery is opened by a technique called angioplasty. In this treatment, a balloon-shaped catheter is passed in the artery, and at the site of blockage, the balloon is inflated. It clears the blockage and artery opens. A metallic ring called stent is placed at the site so the artery remains open. Another treatment of myocardial infarction is called bypass surgery. In this treatment, a vessel is taken from some other part of the body and is grafted from aorta to the coronary artery. This vessel starts supplying blood to the heart muscles bypassing the original blocked artery. Now it is about stent. This one is called stent. This one is called stent, and as I have told you that in this treatment a balloon tip catheter is passed in the artery. This one is balloon tip catheter and it will pass through the artery, and at the site of the blockage the balloon is inflated. You can see in this diagram. It clears the blockage and the artery opens. It will open. First it will close, then after inflated the balloon it will open and it clears the blockage and artery open. A metallic ring called stent. This one is called stent. A metallic ring called stent is placed at the site so that artery remains open. Okay, this was all about my today's lecture. Inshallah, we will meet in our next lecture. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Hope you all will be understand.